Greetings to all. This is Afifa Akram. I'm the Master Scholar in Amity University, Noida. I welcome you all to the session that focuses on the theme of traditional scientific knowledge and ancient wisdom. It is with great pleasure that we are gathered here today to explore the traditional knowledge system that have been passed down through generations. In this session, we will explore the intersection of the ancient wisdom with modern scientific advancement, recognizing the invaluable contributions of traditional practices to our understanding. Through oral presentations and poster displays, our presenters will illuminate the profound insights, innovative solutions, and sustainable practices rooted in traditional scientific knowledge. I hope this session will inspire us to respect our heritage, learn from the past, and blend Asian wisdom with modern science. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the presentation. Now, I would like to ask Dr. Navita ma'am to facilitate our resource questions and begin the session.
विजुअलाइजेशन एक ही बस ये कुछ को आप कर लेंगे कुछ को मैं कर लूंगा इस तरह से ठीक
So on behalf of MIT Institute of Pharmacy, MIT University, I wholeheartedly invite both of our jury members. I'll start with Professor Maqsood Ali sir. He is an academician and pharma professional working as principal designation in CBS College of Pharmacy and Technology, Faridabad. He is graduated from my own alma mater, Jamia Hamdard University, and he did a master's in 2007 and doctorate in 2012. His stream of specialization is pharmacognosy and phytochemistry, and his areas of interest include natural products, phytomedicine, molecular docking, and dynamics. So he served more than a decade under Ministry of Higher Education, Jazan University, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and secured the position in pharmacy professional and was appreciated many times in foreign land for his academic and research progress, and has served as an important jury member and scientific resource person in international scientific conferences. A brief of his contribution to the profession includes 36 research publications in highly reputed international journals, two books with Springer Nature, 5 book chapters with international publishers, and 1 patent pertaining to the drug formulation. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
And another jury member is Dr. Shaukat Rasooli. I welcome you, sir. It's my fortune to welcome you here. You being my supervisor, and it's happiness today. So he is currently working as professor of pharmacognosy and phytochemistry at School of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi. He started his career in Faculty of Pharmacy, Jamia Hamdard in 2002 after completing his M.Pharm from the same institute and secured his PhD in 2006. He has more than 20 years of teaching experience and teaches pharmacognosy and phytochemistry at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. He has authored 4 books and several book chapters. He has more than 15 years of research experience as well in the field of drug discovery from natural products. He has more than 120 research papers in reputed journals. To his credit, he has supervised 10 PhD and 20 PG scholars, while 4 PhD and 2 PG scholars are currently pursuing their research projects under his supervision. He has successfully completed several research projects funded by national agencies. His field of expertise is the spectroscopic identification and characterization of natural products. He studies the role of plant-based products as drug and health foods in the prevention and treatment of metabolic disorders. I also welcome you, sir. So now we will start with poster presentations. All the best, everyone.
Maybe we tell them about the rules, how much time is allotted to them so that they keep track of the time. It is already given.
Good morning, Radhe Radhe everyone. My name is Ashutosh Swan. I am from Mangalati University, Aligarh. Today we are presenting our project Traditional Tulsi in Convenient Formulation.
So we have prepared our herbal shots just by using the herbal crop of tulsi. Tulsi is our very bioavailable plant, which is very easily available in many villages, areas, and your nearby your homes. So we just taken the extract of the tulsi, which helps you to get you relief in the pain, fever, cough, and constipation, many diseases. It also acts as antipyretic, anti-emetic, and it does also act as an anti-diabetic constituents. So basically, we prepare a solution. Sorry. Basically, we prepare a solution in just a small amount, and we name it as herbal shots. So we using some of the constituents. First of all, we have done the procurement of the raw materials. What we need to make this herbal shots. Then we take available samples from the market, which are being very easily available to us. After that, we check the density of the available samples separately, so those samples can come out easily and without any hassle-free results. After that, we make a sugar solution, which is not even more than quantity, which can harm the patients who are having a diabetes. So it is very age group friendly. So there is no any age group limitations which can harm them. After that, it is a quantity which we have said. We use 100 ml of sugar solution and mix 10 ml of the herbal cloth which we had taken from the market, and we asked for the COA, and we use 0.5 gram of citric acid to make a little bit sorry, and just we can put it into a container as per the drinking requirements. Also, we had presented this product in the CPHI held in Noida last year in November, which has been taken by several companies for the clinical trials, such in Gurugram, Noida, Jaipur, New Delhi, as well. And a few days ago, in the Translational University, Dehradun, we presented the same product, and we got a second runner prize there for this product, and one more company asked for the sample or clinical test for our product. Thank you, sir.
So from where you collected this tulsi, you tried it.
Sir, we bought it from the market.
Okay, and you said that you prepared the solution of it. What this type of formulation it is, or what is this? Solution means what?
So solution means, sir, we just prepare a simple sugar solution with the mixture of citric acid with a small amount to make it just to dilute or deliberate its pH, so it can be sir, microbe free, so it can be.
So you were intended to make the syrup of this tulsi.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what about this proper syrup? It's just kind of little shots.
Okay. So what the active ingredients are there in this plant?
Sir, eugenol.
And
so mainly, sir, eugenol work as an active constituent in the tulsi.
okay, do you have any idea that how many varieties are there for tulsi in India?
Sir, mainly, sir, two types. In Hindi, we call them as Rama and Shama, but basically we term them as in the सर पूजा पाठ के पर्पस के लिए हम उसको यूज करते हैं, जो रामा श्यामा हम जो डिफरेंशिएट करते हैं उस वे में सर. बेसिकली हमने सर इसमें रामा तुलसी का यूज किया है सर.
थैंक यू.
थैंक यू.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, actually, we are having our samples with us also. We are having containers, but due to some misguidance, we got our container broken. But we are having extra samples with us carrying. We are having extra samples of this tulsi extract, what we have made, sir, herbal shots.
We can have a look at the end of the presentation.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Ashutosh. Next, please.
Next.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shivangi Yadav from Lloyd Institute of Management and Technology. Today, I am here to represent my topic. My topic is harnessing the healing potential herbs and spices in preventing and treating the chronic disease. Introduction. Basically, we know what is Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic is divided in two terms. Ayur means life and Veda means science of knowledge. जैसे कि हम सबको पता है कि आयुर्वेद इस टाइम पे क्या है, जो आयुर्वेदिक है वो बहुत ज्यादा फॉलो किया जा रहा है. तो जो करंट सिनेरियो है कि आयुर्वेदिक थोड़ा सा स्लो वर्क करता है, बट ये है कि आयुर्वेदिक के साइड इफेक्ट बहुत कम है. मैंने एक जो रिसर्च की थी उसमें मैंने देखा था जो कैंसर के पेशेंट्स होते हैं वो अपने एलोपैथिक के साथ साथ आयुर्वेदिक की जो मेडिसिन है वो भी लेते हैं, तो उन्हें काफी ज्यादा अफेक्ट हुआ है. तो ये मैंने स्टडी की थी. उसके बाद बेनिफिट्स ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस, improving the immunity, purifying and detoxifying the body and blood, boosting the mental health, improving the digestion. जब हम आयुर्वेदिक की बहुत सारी चीजें जैसे कि चूर्णा है, अगर हम एक प्रिपरेशन लेते हैं आयुर्वेदिक की चूर्णा, अगर हम उसे लेते हैं हमें काफी ज्यादा ऑब्जर्व किया गया कि बेनिफिट्स होते हैं. और चूर्ण से कोई ऐसा कोई साइड इफेक्ट्स भी शो नहीं होता कि हमारी बॉडी पे कोई साइड इफेक्ट शो कर रहा है. Herbs and spices have been essential part in human life for the thousands of years that is used to domestic and industrial level as a flavoring, preservation and coloring agent in nutraceutical. मेरा जो टॉपिक था उसमें ये था क्रॉनिक डिसीजेस. तो क्रॉनिक डिसीज बेसिकली क्या होता है, जो कोई भी डिसीज है वो किसी भी के 3 मंथ से ज्यादा या 4 मंथ से ज्यादा है उसे क्रॉनिक डिजीज कहते हैं. सम एग्जांपल ऑफ क्रॉनिक डिजीज: डायबिटीज, रीनल डिजीज, कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिजीज, हाइपरटेंशन. फिजियोलॉजिकल यूज ऑफ हर्ब्स, जो हर्ब्स है वो किस तरीके से डिजीज में यूज हो रहे हैं, जैसे कि कलौंजी, मेलेरिया सटाइवा जिसके सीड्स यूज हो रहे हैं डायरिया में, तुलसी, ओसन सटाइवा जिसके लीव्स यूज हो रहे हैं एलर्जिक में, एंटी डायबिटिक में. ट्रीटमेंट जैसे कि एलियन सटाइवा, लहसुन जो कि एंटी कैंसर, एंटी माइक्रोबियल. फिर जिंजर एफिशिएंट अदरक जो कि रिड्यूस करता है कोलाइटिक सिम्टम्स. डिथेरिया सोमनाफेरा अश्वगंधा जिसका केमिकल कंपाउंड है डिफिनोलाइड ए जो कि एंटी कैंसर और अल्जाइमर डिसीज को ट्रीट करता है. उसके बाद एक ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है कि दिस पार्ट ऑफ प्लांट इज मोस्ट यूज सीड्स. सो इसमें देखा गया है कि जो लीव्स हैं वो सबसे ज्यादा यूज की जा रही है. और कंक्लूजन ये कि जो भी हमारी आयुर्वेदिक प्रिपरेशंस है वो यूज की तो जा रही है, लेकिन उनका ये है कि अभी इनको कोई ऐसी चीज है कि बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट शो भी करेगी, तो अभी वो फाइनल है कि किसी भी इफेक्ट शो भी कर रही है या नहीं कर रही. लेकिन ज्यादातर फॉलो देखा गया कि आयुर्वेदिक जो ड्रग्स है वो बेनिफिट्स करती है. Thank you.
जी शिवांगी, आपने प्रेजेंटेशन में ये जो क्रॉनिक डिजीजेस का बता दिया, तो क्या ये एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन को रिप्लेस करती हैं?
नहीं सर, क्रॉनिक एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन को रिप्लेस नहीं करती। मतलब कि ये अगर कोई पर्सन है वो एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन ले रहा है, तो ये है कि हम अगर ये आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन यूज कर रहे हैं तो इसको फिर एक साथ के साथ यूज कर सकते हैं। जैसे फॉर बेनिफिट्स के लिए ये देखा गया है कि अगर हम उसके साथ ही यूज करते हैं, रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं है सर, कि अगर हम पूरी तरीके से एलोपैथिक को हटा के आयुर्वेदिक पे डिपेंड हो सके।
आपके किस में, बी फार्म में, एम फार्म में? कोई
कंफर्म में सर।
किस ब्रांच में?
क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस सर।
ओके, तो इनकी क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस के लिए, हर्बल प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए क्या किया जा सकता है ताकि इसमें फेथ रहे और ये अच्छी क्वालिटी के बने रहे?
सर
क्वालिटी कंट्रोल ऑफ हर्बल ड्रग्स के बारे में कुछ बताएं।
सर क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टेस्ट, जैसे कि मैंने भी एक चूरमा लिए थे, काफी सारे 4 डिफरेंट टाइप के चूरमा लिया, उनको क्वालिटी कंट्रोल टेस्ट किया है। अब जो HPPLC उसका टेस्ट स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन के लिए बाकी मैंने एक्सट्रैक्शन निकाला है।
ठीक है, इट वुड हैव बीन बेटर अगर आपने वो वाला डेटा प्रेजेंट करते rather than providing a general outline.
ओके सर,
Thank you.
So, Namaste sir and Namaste ma'am. Myself Sandeep Kumar. I am a student of Yoga Science, Department of Yoga Science, Amity Institute of Indian System of Medicine. So I'm here to present the high screen time and its side effect and how we can neutralize this with yoga, using yogic tool as a methodology. So before we start, just want to say what, how, and why. If it is the science, it requires 3 things: what, how, and why. What we are talking is about yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is a state of mind in which the body goes to sleep completely and the mind at rest, and the consciousness remains alert. Now, if I ask you, are you aware of your breath? Now your mind shifted, consciousness shifted on the breath. So I'm talking about that consciousness and the power of that consciousness. How we can enhance and improve this tool to improve and dilute the side effect of the screen time. Now, the screen time. The screen time, we are all exposed, whether you want or not, but this is it's the need, essential need now today. We are exposed to the college, university, or so many things, even OTT platform or even Instagram, social media, everywhere you see screen, email, electronic mail. So we are bound to face internet and screen time. So this cannot be eradicated or removed. You can control up to a certain extent. But in that, how this is affecting our eyes and our nervous system, and because of which, that what kind of challenges that the individual face in day-to-day life, like eyesight disturbed, sleep cycle disturbed, the biofeedback system, the biological clock is disturbed in the body, the hormonal changes are disturbed, and we don't get proper sleep. The psychological and mental problems such as overthinking, procrastination, or insecurity, etc., etc. So we'll not about that detail because my time is not allowing me. I have to maintain the discipline of the time. So
The physiological problem, I just want to give one example and make it very clear. Suppose if I ask all of you, just give me one glass of water, I put 10 spoon of salt and ask you to drink. Will you be able to drink? No, you won't be able to drink. But I shift the same water into 1 gallon, 100 liter, and ask you to mix it and ask you to drink. Probably you will eat. What did I do? I diluted the kharapan, that salty effect of the. Similarly, that stress of the psychosocial or psycho-emotional stress because of the screen time, now physiological stress, body conditioning, postures, disturbed posture is affecting our entire consciousness. And because of which there's a behavioral changes, there is a mental modification disturbed. When we go on the bed, suppose we go to the bed, what is the expected at night? You want to sleep, you want to rest. That is what is meant for. That's for parasympathetic arousal. And when you go to the bed and one particular thought is coming related to the day-to-day activities of one, and you are not able to sleep, and that pura ka pura night, whole night, करवटे बदलते रहे सारी रात, हम आपकी कसम नींद नहीं आती है. The more you try to sleep, the more your sleep is not coming because the good quality of melatonin is not occurring in the pineal gland. So, what is there any method by which, and yes, there is a psychic sleep is by which we can do that, and we can help the individual to overcome that and utilize that side effect of the screen time. What is Yoga Nidra and the stages? I'll just quickly brief. There are eight stages of Yoga Nidra in which the body goes to sleep completely and the mind at rest and the consciousness remain alert. The state is preparation. Senses are known as the index of the mind. Senses are the index of the mind. In this process, we disconnect the senses from the external world. Once the senses are disconnected, for example, if I disconnect the wire, there won't be any light. So if I disassociate with the external world, then only we can go inside. This method is meant for that. Then preparation, sankalpa, and then rotation of body awareness, the awareness of the body to different body parts. So we do that, use as a methodology. Then we use visualization, breath awareness, counting, reverse counting. And this is how we help the individual. And to end with the externalization. So we help the individual within 8 stages to overcome that and utilize the side effect of the exposed high screen time. In short, I wanted to convey this. Thank you very much, sir. I welcome if there any question, I would love to answer.
So, very nice approach as you have adopted it. And that is also very important to use the screen time.
Yes, sir.
But how, on what ground we will dilute that stress aspect, as you have said, that after the dilution we can control somehow. So how you can do that?
See, I want to say, before I answer, you can, do we have a leverage of time to give an example?
No,
Suppose in the wire, the electricity is flowing. If the wire is accumulated with the carbon, will electricity be flow freely? No, they won't. In the same way, in our body, there's nadi. Nadis come from Sanskrit root word nad. Nad means nadi. In the nadis, पानी की धारा चलती है. Same way in our body, प्राण की धारा चलती है. Pranic flows is disturbed. So in this process, we clear that blockages. Suppose carbon में जमा हुआ, उस carbon को हम clean कर देंगे. तो वो क्या होगा? Electricity will flow freely. So जो blockage है, उस पर हम काम करते हैं. And there is a reference also which I have shared over here. With this, I can prove that this is quite possible, and definitely it will work.
Okay, thank you. Good enough.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Niharika. I'm from AIISM department. I'm here to represent my topic, and my topic is role of yoga practices and traditional treatment for hypertension management. A literature review. So, yoga, an ancient discipline that encompasses physical posture, breathing techniques, and meditation, has gained significant attention in the field of circulatory system. The literature review seeks to explore the effect of yoga on various measures of hypertension. The primary focus is to gain a deeper understanding how yoga practices can potentially influence cardiac health, managing hypertension, and overall well-being. So here is the introduction. What is hypertension? Hypertension, sometimes called arterial hypertension, is a chronic medical condition in which the blood pressure in the artery is elevated. This requires the heart to work harder than normal to circulate blood through the blood vessels. Blood pressure is summarized by two measurements. One is systolic. Systolic is when the heart muscles is contracted, and the second one is diastolic, when the heart is at rest or between the beats. The normal range of blood pressure is systolic is 120 mmHg and diastolic is 80 mmHg. So, the objective of the study is to investigate the potential benefits of yoga in reducing stress, improving psychological and preventing disease such as high blood pressure, anxiety, and insomnia. Uh, the research focuses on the use of specific yogic techniques like Yoga Nidra and Takradhara. Yoga Nidra can be understood as scientific sleep. It is guided meditation. Yoga Nidra is a state in which the body is completely at relaxed and the practitioner becomes systematically and increasingly aware of the inner world by following a set of verbal instructions. As a promotive science, Yoga Nidra awakens the inherent creativity and promotes the learning and memory abilities of the practitioner. Takridhara, also known as buttermilk therapy, is a therapeutic procedure originating from the ancient Ayurvedic text. The word takri refers to the buttermilk and dhara to continue flow. Takridhara involves a continuous stream of medicated buttermilk poured over a forehead in a rhythmic manner. It calms the mind and promoting mental clarity. It helps in reducing hypertension, enhancing sleep quality, and helps in insomnia also. So the study is literature review. Conclusion. Yoga has been found to be beneficial in the managing and preventing psychological diseases, including high blood pressure, anxiety, insomnia, cardiovascular disorder. Incorporating yogic practices such as Yoga Nidra Takahara into lifestyle intervention may help in reducing blood pressure and improving cardiovascular health. Its mode of principal actions on the mind may bring down sympathetic activity to and reduce blood pressure. Here are some references. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Niharika. We want to know, does it go these yoga practices? Do they also go along with the medicines, a person may be using medicines and yoga, but does yoga accept that use of medicines as well?
Yes, sir. If someone is having chronic disease, so I think medicine with yoga practices is more beneficial.
So maybe in initial days, yoga may help in preventing, but later one has to shift to medicines. Is it that?
Yes, sir. Both together.
Okay. Like it is allowed as per yoga as well, science, like you can consume medicines as well.
Yes, sir. Both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sara. I am from AISM. So, my topic is analyzing the psychological effects of yoga practice in people with a sedentary lifestyle. So, people who are from sedentary lifestyle are people who are inactive in physical activities. So through yoga, how can we improve them in doing some activity so that they can be active and have some impact on their mental well-being. So the overview of yoga practice is physical aspects like physically doing asanas. It helps in mental focus, and it's through yoga people connect to through spiritual connection. And so the benefits of yoga on mental health is it reduces stress, anxiety, your mood, or it not only affect your emotional well-being, but it is a holistic approach to everyone. And the psychological effects of yoga practice can be just just I mentioned reducing some stress. It feels a sense of feeling of being calm, relaxed. It impact like overall on your health. And by practicing yoga daily, you can increase your emotional stability. You can reduce your anxiety levels. And you can build your focus level, and you can be focused in your life and maintain a disciplined life through it. And as inactive people uh, suffer from many issues like being very lazy and all. So practicing yoga can help you being physically active through it. And so the conclusion here we come is we can have a psychological impact on it, and it affects you long term effects, which gives you a sense of clarity in your life. You can face you can face relaxation relaxation, stress free life. You can be focused in your life. You can see a way of life, how to be like. Now I am suffering from anxiety in this people, but practicing yoga you can improve your everything. You can like that we say yoga, so it really affect you if you practice regularly. That's all. Thank you.
Sarah,
Yes, sir.
okay, so as you discussed about the role of yoga to relieve from the stress and to reduce the anxiety, okay, so throughout your study, as you prepare these slides, did you did you visit any yoga center where the practically the work is going on?
Yes, sir. I visit spiritual yoga ashram where students come.
And you find that the same is also
See the people who are inactive and see the effect through yoga, what differences they're getting from it.
okay. As the approach is new, in that sense, most of the people are not looking that the stress and the anxiety can be removed through yoga. So, what could be the possible measures in practical to convey the message for the maximum people or in the community? So, what could be the approaches to convey the message easily? As per your opinion, what should be done to propagate this message that the yoga is very effective for this particular point?
Sir,
as yoga is a physical activity, not physical activity, but it includes many things like meditation, pranayam, which gives you relaxation. When you do it, when you perform with a special person, like who is special in it, you really feel the difference after conducting and taking some classes. You will see the effect on it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Sparsh Kakkar, a PhD scholar in yoga. PhD scholar in yoga. So my today's topic is yoga and respiratory health, a comprehensive review. So I did this review regarding my PhD topic, which is impact of yoga on pulmonary function. And yoga, as a ancient knowledge, has various benefits on pulmonary function. So we did multidimensional practice and respiratory health towards healthy adults. Those are residing in Delhi NCR because it is a air polluted area that comes under severe according to AQI. Then the literature search methodology was we did searches on PubMed, Google Scholar, Scopus, and Cochrane Library. And inclusion criteria were RCT, observational studies, and comprehensive reviews and systematic reviews, which are included in this review. So then we find out that numerous studies have probed into the influence of yoga on vital capacity and force vital capacity and force expiratory volume in 1 second. These are the parameters of pulmonary function which are measured through spirometer. Then we saw that there are some respiratory changes in the body, which are inspiratory muscles are strengthened up and expiratory muscles are strengthened up, due to which FEV1 and PEF are increased in the pulmonary function test. Then breathing exercises and techniques were used for the following practices, which were pranayama techniques and respiratory rate. Then mechanisms were which were mentioned in the paper were physiological mechanisms and mind and body connection. For mind and body connection, DAS 21 and PSS questionnaires were used regarding the uh, optimization of stress and anxiety through pulmonary function, because when a person is suffering from COPD or asthma, they also go through stress and anxiety. And then physiological mechanisms were diagnosed by pulmonary function test PFT through a spirometer. Then there are the applicability of yoga intervention in clinical settings, especially for individuals with respiratory conditions like asthma, COPD, and others. Insightful exploration into how specific yoga practices complement conventional respiratory therapies and rehabilitation. So, by this, my study can be implemented into hospitals and various places where there are problems related to pulmonary function. And these are the references from the studies which I have taken into account.
Yeah, thank you, Sparsh. Please let us know about your your own research outcomes. This was your, I think,
Yes, sir. Recently I've did a pilot study on 20 healthy adults. So that was basically a pilot study for just a 1 hour of session of yoga. So in that we did a pre-test with spirometer, in which there were 8 parameters which were measured, which is FVC, FEV1, PEF, FEV1 and FEV 25 ratio, then FEV 25, 75 and ratio of 25 and 75. So in that we saw that there are statistically significantly change in the post-test of spirometer in pulmonary function.
okay. So, how do you see your yoga different from those of what we call as physiotherapy approach?
So basically, physiotherapy just cures you physically, but yoga cures you mentally and physically, because yoga is not only a like physical exercise or anything, but it is also a spiritual thing.
Like spirometer and these taking breath out and taking
Yes, sir. It basically
applied there as well.
sorry.
like these the exercises that you recommend, they
Spirometer, there are two types of spirometer. One is analog and one is digital. Analog is for the exercise of lungs, and the digital one is to diagnose the parameters. So we have to just blow into that, exhale into the machine, and it gives you the some reading. Like we have an expiration rate of 3.04 liters. So that's a normal in human being.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Praveen, PRA, 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 VEEN. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Praveen Anand, and I am PhD scholar of Department of AIISM. Today, I am going to present my topic, a case report on yoga therapy, a multifaceted approach to manage depression, panic attack, anxiety, and sudden weight gain. So, in this case study, I have given a yoga therapy module to a patient of 25-year-old who had the problem of depression, anxiety, and panic attack, and sudden weight gain. So, in the protocol was of 1 week, which was totally based on IAYT approach, which addresses the multiple aspects of the existence, led to improvement in the patient mental and the physical well-being. Including there is a reduced anxiety and depression complaint, and this suggests that yoga therapy may be the beneficial for the psychiatric issue in the holistic Ayurvedic approach. So in this case study, the method was of IAYT, which stands for Integrated Approach to Yoga Therapy, which was developed by Swami Vivekanand Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan, Bangalore, SYASA. And in this module, which incorporates with the practice of 5 sheet or 5 course or 5 sheet of existence. So what IAYT do? IAYT slow down the loop of the uncontrolled speed of thought, which cause stress. And through the several techniques that use the principle of successive impulsiveness, successive stimulation, and followed by progressive relaxation, and the rest to correct the imbalance, promote mastery over the mind, and harmonize the disturbance at each of the 5 level of existence, 5 sheet, which is Annamay, Pranamay, Manomay, Vigyanmay, and Anandmay Kosh. In this plan, in Annamay Kosh, the sattvic diet and specific kriya and yogic asan and vyayam was given to the patient. And for Pranamay Kosh, pranayam such as Brahmi pranayam, Nadi Shodhan pranayam. And for the relaxation in Pranamay Kosh only, relaxation technique was given like DRT, IRT, QRT. And for Manomay Kosh, MSRT, mind sound resonance technique was given, in which focus and refocus happens, and Om chanting was given to the patient. In the Vigyanmay Kosh, the yogic counseling and lectures was given, and for Anandmay Kosh, tuning with nature, happy assembly, and Karma Yoga was given to the patient.
The patient was with us for 1 week, and we can see that in the report that he said in the report that he felt lighter and experienced the reduced in anxiety and depression. That we can see in the vital signs like blood pressure, respiratory rate, pulse rate, and weight also got reduced. Here we can see in the graph that after 1 week, there is a significant change in the symptoms. In pulse, respiratory rate, systolic, diastolic, blood pressure, breathing, and weight also. In weight, we can see that there is 5 kg got lost in 1 week only. So the conclusion is that this study suggests that IUVT approach can be a beneficial intervention for managing the psychiatric disorder by addressing the mind-body connection in a holistic way. The references are from this book of Yoga for Anxiety and Depression by Dr. Asha Nagendra from Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan. I took the protocol from there, and here's the link of the book. And the IUVT approach, what I was talking about, is given in Practically with Nishad, which I read from the Gita Press Gorakhpur. Thank you.
So there are many insight references as you have put it here. And one book is also referred for it.
Yes.
And the previous presentation related on yoga, we also seen that. So how you find that it is different from the previous one? Really, actually, I would need to say that what the uniqueness of your work.
So, sir, this approach is of IUVT approach. In this, we just not only focus on the yogic practices, which is physical only. We also we also look at the Anandmay, Vijnanmay, and all other sheet of existence. This is the difference. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Namaste and good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Rajan Misra, and I am pursuing BSc Honours Biotechnology from MIT Institute of Biotechnology. I am final year student, and from last years I am working in antimicrotic and drug susceptibility lab in AIV. For this research project, we work as a team. For the further elaboration, I will invite Lokesh Kumar. Good afternoon, everyone present here. So,
Name, please.
yes, sir.
Whose name is
Who's presenting it?
So, I am presenting it.
Now, what is your name?
Sir, Lokesh.
Yes.
Lokesh Kumar. Okay, sir. So basically, our topic is the exploring is known as a promising antifungal agent against mucosuccinylloids and rhizopus dilemma. So there are the common terms during COVID-19 scenarios like mucormycosis or fungus. So basically, mucormycosis is caused by two funguses, which is rhizopus dilemma and mucosuccinylloids. So rhizopus dilemma causes around 70% of the mucormycosis, and mucosuccinylloids causes around 20% of mucormycosis. So they belong to the same different genera but have the same orders. The genera are mucor and rhizopus.
So Rajgopal Jalmar caused a very worst havoc during the COVID-19 scenario, and it has been a current research run by various institutes also. So we have gone through the chemical analysis and also use our drug for checking the efficacy of our drug against mucormycosis. So the methodology we have adopted for this was the collection of soil samples. So soil samples were collected from Delhi and Delhi NCR regions near hospital, food stalls, where the people visit very regularly. Because these are caused by the spores which are ubiquitous in nature. You can find it everywhere. Suppose you have collected a handful of soil and you just process it and bake it on a your plate and you will get a mucor. There is high probability of 90%. So now these strains are very resistant to any other drugs which are currently being used, like itraconazole, prostaconazole, polyenes, echinocandins. So these are very highly resistant. So in the ECV values of around 32, and the ECV value which is given by the CLSI. So they have provided the values of itraconazole around 4 microgram per ml, prostaconazole 16 microgram per ml, and 32 microgram per ml for itraconazole. So these are very high figures. So now we move on to the eugenol part. So eugenol, which we have used again the resistant mucormycosis, showed a very low value of around 12.5 to 25 microgram per ml. And we have also done the in silico analysis of this. So we performed docking. So for docking, we took two genes or two proteins, which we used was FPR1 and Cortex3. So basically, why did we select these two genes? There are many genes present in the mucus. So Cortex3 is a very is only protein which is it is the protein which is only specific to the mucorales order. So Cortex3 the mechanism is such like that the spores which is in the air enters through nostril passages, and there is the receptors, GRP receptor 78, glucose protein receptor 78. So they bind to it as a ligand to the receptors and causes mucormycosis, and they causes very sharp mucormycosis. Pulmonary, cerebrospinal, CNS, they affect the CNS also, nasal passages like cutaneous and subcutaneous also. So there are very vast varieties of mucormycosis also. Now the FPRV. Mucus requires iron, free iron to grow. So they have also done the germination assays. So for mucormycosis, FPRV, they are known as a high iron permease, high iron permease. So they act as a cytosol for collecting the free iron from the blood then in the human collecting iron in the human blood, they take it up and grow in size. So during which we perform the germination assay. So in the germination assay, we know that the mucus grow in around 24 hours. So we could perform the germination assay. So we took a control and we treated it with eugenol and different drugs like prostaconazole, itraconazole, and echinocandins. So now we observed that after since 18 hours, eugenol showed a very high inhibition in their growth. So for the growth pattern, it converted from dormant to the swelling stage, which we could see from the image, but it is not. I think it is not very much clear from here. So dormant to the swelling stage, swelling to the jump tube stage, and finally to the hyper stage. From where it is very invasive. Thank you, sir.
What can be the conclusion of your study?
So eugenol could be a potential drug or potential chemical compound which could be used for the treatment of mucormycosis. And I would prefer the steroids which are being used should be lower because it makes us immunocompromised, and walking in the environment where the spores are ubiquitous, so it could be very dangerous for the people. So yeah, lowering steroid consumption and leading a healthy lifestyle. Quit smoking. Smoking is very injurious and it has led to the 70% causes of pulmonary mucormycosis. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon, madam, sir. I'm Ishan Chaudhary from AISM Yoga Department. So, my topic is yoga, a key to our healthy life. Basically, in this yoga is related to our healthy life. हमारा रहन सहन, हमारा खाना पीना, हमारा उठना बैठना, कि हमें सारी तरीके से क्या हमें योगा में करना चाहिए. This is my introduction. Mental stress, diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease are the fast growing epidemics consequent to changing lifestyle accompanying globalization and modernization. Although humans already existed thousands of years ago, it was introduced to Western world in the 19th century in the past few decades. It has been the subject of research as a therapeutic measures in mental stress, obesity, diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, chronic heart disease, and chronic obstruction and pulmonary disease. Yoga is a mind fitness practice. It combines muscular activity with mindfulness, awareness. There are four principles of yoga. Each session, one the body is a holistic entity, all dimensions connected to each individual is unique and their needs should be considered. Through yoga is self-empowering, the student is their own healer. So the mind state is important for healing. Positive mind equals partial healing, negative mind can prolong it. And we can tell some asanas related to this, what asanas we should do for this exercises to our men and women who are in stress and in depression. This is my abstract. The conclusion is the review study convinced by making the case that the yoga is a cornerstone to living a healthy life. Yoga provides a holistic approach to well-being that can be tailored to meet specific needs and objectives by treating both the physical and mental components of health. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Radhika Manchanda and I am from AIISM. And my topic is Integrated Yogic Approach for Menstrual Disorder, a Narrative Review. So, integrated yogic approach का मतलब है कि comparison between social factors, biological factor, social factor, बायोलॉजिकल फैक्टर, सोशल फैक्टर एंड बिहेवियरल फैक्टर्स जो आपके हेल्थ में काम मतलब फैक्टर्स जो हेल्थ से रिलेटेड. ये हो गया हमारा इंटीग्रेटेड योगिक अप्रोच. और नरेटिव रिव्यू का मतलब है जितने भी अभी रिसर्च पेपर्स आए हैं मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर पे उसको कंपेयर करके जो मेरा अपना रिव्यू है, मेरा जो अपने मैं उसको चेंजेस करके मेरे अपना जो मैंने अपना रिसर्च पेपर बनाया, आर्टिकल बनाया है उस. The yoga practice has its roots in ancient India and has been around for a long time. It is a physical, mental, and spiritual discipline that uses a range of methods such as asanas, breathing exercises, meditation, and methods for relaxing. इसमें हो गए आसना जैसे बटरफ्लाई, जिसमें हमारे पेल्विक रीजन है उसमें और हमारे जो अडक्टर मसल्स है उसमें स्टिफनेस की वजह से ज्यादातर मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर्स होते हैं, जैसे कि डिस्मेनोरिया हो गया, एमिनोरिया हो गया, ओलिगोमेनोरिया हो गया, पीसीओडी हो गया, पीसीओएस हो गया या इनफर्टिलिटी हो गई। तो जब हम जैसे बटरफ्लाई करेंगे या फिर हम लोग हनुमान आसन कर रहे हैं या कोई भी सूर्य नमस्कार कर रहे हैं, इससे क्या होगा, हमारे जो पेल्विक हेल्थ है और जो अडक्टर मसल्स है, अबडक्टर मसल्स है, वहां पे ब्लड सर्कुलेट होगा और उससे जो स्टिफनेस है वो थोड़ा सा हमारी जो मसल्स है वो रिलैक्स होगी और जैसे ओवरीज में सिस्ट है उससे वो डिसॉल्व होगी। तो जो इसमें ऑब्जेक्टिव था मेरा ये देखने का, जितने भी मैं आसन करा रही हूँ या मेडिटेशन करा रही हूँ उससे क्या इफेक्ट्स आएंगे मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर पे। तो जो मेरा इसमें मेथोडोलॉजी था, इसमें मैंने क्या करा था कि 2 ग्रुप लिए, रेंडमाइज्ड कंट्रोल ट्रायल जो मैंने मेथड लिया, इसमें मैंने 60 लोग लिए थे, जिसमें 30 एक ग्रुप बनाया जो कंट्रोल ग्रुप है और जो 30 बनाया जो योगा ग्रुप था। जो 30 थे मैंने उनको बस इंस्ट्रक्ट करा कि आपको ये करना है, और जो योगा के है उनको मैंने प्रॉपर योगा कराया फॉर 16 वीक्स। तो उसका रिजल्ट जो हमने देखा वो आया कि जो जैसे मेडिटेशन से उनका जो माइंड है वो काम हुआ, एंजाइटी जो थी वो उनके बिल्कुल कम हुई, और जितने भी सिम्टम्स थे मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर के जैसे बैक एक, मेंस्ट्रुअल क्रैम्प्स, एब्डोमिनल पेन या एंजाइटी, तो वो कम हुआ। रिजल्ट्स एंड डिस्कशन, इसमें ये रिजल्ट से आया कि उनकी जो हेल्थ में काफी इंप्रूवमेंट देखी गई और इनफर्टिलिटी थी जो वो लाइक विद इन 6 months और 1 year वो कंसीव कर पाए। थैंक यू।
मैंने जो मेंस्ट्रुअल डिसऑर्डर्स हैं वो स्टिफनेस की वजह से तो नहीं होते हैं, ऐसे जो रूट के रीजंस हैं स्पेशली जैसे सिस्ट फॉर्मेशन में, तो उसमें योगा किस तरह इफेक्टिव होगी, अब आपने आसन मेंशन किया है।
हाँ जी, जैसे सर हम लोग पेल्विक एक्सरसाइजेस करते हैं, जिसमें हम लोग करते हैं लाइक 90 पे होल्ड करते हैं, 60 पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं, 30 पे होल्ड कर रहे हैं, या फिर लेग रेस कर रहे हैं, ऑल्टरनेट लेग रेस कर रहे हैं। तो इससे क्या हो रहा है, जो हमारे ब्लड सर्कुलेट होगा एब्डोमिनल पेल्विक रीजन पे, इससे जो सिस्ट है वो डिवॉल्व होने लग जाएगी। या फिर हम जो हिप ओपनिंग एक्सरसाइजेस करते हैं, अगर स्टिफनेस है तो वो खुलेगी, तो इससे आपका जो फ्लो है वो इंक्रीज होगा, जिससे जो आपकी ओवरीज है वो। थैंक यू।
Diabetes. And like, thank you. And I.
Yes, Ishwan, please follow the time limits. Time limit.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vamik Ashobhat. I am from AIISM department. So today my topic is effects of yoga on diabetes type 1 and type 2. So we also call diabetes as diabetes mellitus, and there are 2 types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. सो टाइप 1 में होता क्या है, टाइप 1 ऑफ डायबिटीज में जो हमारे पेनक्रियाज होते हैं वो उनमें इंसुलिन लेवल डाउन हो जाती, वो इंसुलिन प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पाते, और टाइप 2 में लेस अमाउंट ऑफ इंसुलिन प्रोड्यूस होता है हमारे पेनक्रियाज में। तो इस स्टडी में यही है, डायबिटीज हम कैसे मैनेज कर सकते हैं बाय द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ योगा। सो इंट्रोडक्शन, abstract. Yogic practices may offer benefit for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus by addressing physiological and psychological aspects of the condition. Research predominantly focuses on DM2, noting improvements in glycemic control, lipid profile, body composition, body sugar level, weight reduction, and BMI through yoga. Limited research exists on T1DM, urging further investigations into yoga's effect on clinical outcomes, inflammatory markers, and quality of life. The study aims to provide evidence-based recommendations for investigation of yoga into comprehensive debates care, emphasize its potential impact on both type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Introduction. Type 1 diabetes mellitus result from chronic autoimmune destruction of pancreatic beta cells, leading to insulin deficiency and hyperglycemia, primarily prevalent in childhood and adolescence. Lifestyle adjustments such as daily insulin, blood sugar monitoring, and dietary management are essential for making type 1 diabetes mellitus. With short-term complications include hyperglycemia and diabetic ketoacidosis, and long-term complications include macrovascular complications, eye disease, kidney disease, and neuropathy. Despite the demand, treatment regimen studies indicate that the genetic quality of the life among children with type 1 diabetes mellitus is not impaired compared to their healthy peers. Young adults with type 1 diabetes mellitus faces high risk and suboptimal glycemic outcomes compared to older adults with the conditions. Objective: to investigate the physiological mechanism underlying diabetes, to evaluate the immediate and long-term effect of yoga practice on physiology per minute. Research methodology. The two designs types of one of which all eligible studies were categorized under include randomized controlled traits RCT and non-randomized controlled traits.
Can I have your results? Like, what is your conclusion?
Although research yielding 33 papers meeting inclusion criteria comprises 24 original investigations with 13 non-randomized controlled traits and 12 randomized controlled traits, totaling 2,170 participants. Yoga may indirectly benefit diabetes mellitus 2 patients through improving healthy attitude, social support, and self-care practices, among with potential improvements and cardiovascular health and quality of life. Further, high-quality research, especially in diverse population and countries, is want to better understand yoga's effect on diabetes mellitus 2 management and prevention. Yoga potential impact on clinical outcomes, including inflammatory markers and specific type of yoga stable for diabetes mellitus 2 patients, remains to be. Conclusion. Possible benefits of yoga extended to oxidative stress level and blood pressure, lungs and nerve function, mood, sleep quality, and overall lifestyle satisfaction in adult with diabetes mellitus 2. Further, high-quality research is needed to confirm observed therapeutic benefits and Okay.
Thank you. Please. Fine.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, my name is Khushbu. I'm second year student of B Pharmacy at MIT Institute of Pharmacy. So today I'm going to present on the topic investigating innovative approaches to vitiligo management, a comprehensive analysis of new treatment technology. Introduction to vitiligo. Vitiligo is an autoimmune disorder, skin disorder, which is characterized by the skin depigmentation, which degenerate the functional melanocytes present, that is the pigment producing cell of the skin. The disorder mainly affects the approximately 0.5 to 2% of the global population. Objective of the this presentation is to present a through overview of the most recent taken vitiligo treatments and the current technology and their challenges, uh, and the integrative treatment approaches for the vitiligo by examining the synergic effects between the immunomodulators, conventional medications, and complementary therapies. Current treatment technology for vitiligo. Optical corticosteroids. Okay, then we all know that corticosteroids are used to suppress the immunity of the human body. They by suppressing the immunity of the body, it leads to the arrest of the progression of the vitiligo and leads to a repigmentation of the skin. Next one we have is calcineurin inhibitors, which also suppress the immunity of the human body and leads to the repigmentation of the skin. But the repigmentation which we achieve by these both corticosteroids and calcineurin inhibitors are significantly low. Then we have phototherapy. Phototherapy is critical in achieving the halting active disease progression since it includes T cell apoptosis and down regulation of inflammatory cytokinesis. One of the main adverse effects of corticosteroids is osteoporosis, which leads to fractures and glaucoma. Phototherapy adverse effects are blistering, itching, and burning at the site of applying. And then the overview of the innovative approaches towards vitiligo management. One of the most important is JK inhibitors because JK inhibitors blocks the immune system of the body and which leads to the hold in the inflammatory responses. It all one of such is perfectly, which shows repigmentation ability when combined with the phototherapy for the stimulating melanocytes, providing a higher treatment affinity. Then we have polypodium glucotomus for the vitiligo when it can be taken as an oral dosage form and as well as can be applied on the skin. Its efficacy can be increased by adding NBUVB therapy, which is narrowband ultraviolet B therapy, as a adjuvant therapy. Then in the last we have ginkgo biloba, which is extracted from the ginkgo biloba plant tree leaves.
ginkgo biloba extracts components includes biflavonoids which can reduce the UVB cytotoxicity cytotoxicity, and then we have terpenes extract as well, which neutralize the free radical as because it reduces the stress, oxidative stress on the body, which is the main cause of vitiligo. So the conclusion of this presentation is we can increase the efficacy of multiple innovative technology by combining with adjuvant therapies. Thank you. Yes, sir.
इसमें विटिलिगो का मेन कॉज क्या है, कुछ उस पर कुछ रिवील हुआ?
सर अकॉर्डिंग जितना भी मैंने रिसर्च पेपर रिव्यू किया उसके हिसाब से मुझे लगता है कि मेन कॉज जो विटिलिगो का होता है वो एनवायरमेंटल भी हो सकता है, जेनेटिकल भी हो सकता है. मेनली जेनेटिकल भी होता है, बट ऑक्सीडेटिव स्ट्रेस भी कॉज कर सकता है.
विटिलिगो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग रेस्ट्रिक्शंस किस तरह से अवेलेबल करते हैं?
तो अगर आयुर्वेदिक में बोले तो डाइटरी रिस्ट्रिक्शन करते हैं वो ज्यादा कोर्स, क्योंकि बोला जाता है कि विटिलिगो में हमें लाइक अनियन नहीं खानी चाहिए और लाइक मिल्क या फिर फिश नहीं खानी चाहिए. पर एज एन न्यू जनरेशन ऑफ मेडिसिन में अभी तक ये प्रूव नहीं हो पाया. ओके सर.
क्या नाम है? पेशु.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Reshu Vashne, a student of Bachelor of Pharmacy, 4th year of TS College of Pharmacy, Aligarh. Today, I'm here to represent the presentation on the topic of advancement in anti-cancer drug development. Firstly, we start with the introduction. Cancer. Cancer is a condition where cell grows uncontrollably, forming tumors that develop abnormally and can spread to other organs or vital systems, impairing their ability to function. Here are some anti-neoplastic agents that are used for the treatment of cancer or various types of cancer like malignancy, tumors, carcinoma, sarcoma, etc. Here a word neoplasm, which means new formation, a new and abnormal growth of tissue in the part of the human body. Here some causes of cancer. Here
रिलैक्स होकर डिस्प्ले हो रहा है कि उसको देखो एक बार फॉर्मेट में क्या है.
Here is the history and statistical data of cancer. According to research done between 2000 and 2016, cancer was responsible for an estimated 50,913, approximately 95% death among people of all ages. In both genders, the majority of the patients were female. We comes to the statistical data. The disease was first called cancer by Greek physician Hippocrates. He is considered as the father of medicine. Now, the classification of cancer.
Cancer can be classified in various classifications like carcinomas, leukemias, sarcomas, and cancer of brain and spinal cords. Carcinoma is also classified in adenocarcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, basal cell carcinoma, transitional cell carcinomas. Leukemias. Leukemias are also classified into two classifications, that is lymphoma, myeloma, etc. Sarcoma are of two types, bone sarcoma and soft tissue sarcomas. Here, the anti-cancer agents. Anti-cancer agents are those agents which kill cancer cells or modified their growth. The anti-cancer agents discovery started after 1940s. There are different types of anti-cancer agents like anti-metabolites, antibiotics, alkylating agents, platinum compounds, and vinca alkaloids. Here are some examples like anti-metabolites, methotrexate, mercaptopurine, theoguanine, fluorouracil, etc. In antibiotic, bleomycin, actinomycin, and mitomycin. Alkylating agent is also classified in nitrogen mustard.
Yeah, please study that, please. Come to that slide.
Sir, the advancement in the technology of in the treatment of cancer. Sir, as we know, cancer is one of the diseases with the highest mortality death rate. Here are some advances in the treatment, that is immunotherapy, targeted therapy, photodynamic therapy, hyperthermia, radiotherapy. In immunotherapy, one of the latest advance in cancer treatment is immunotherapy. It uses the body immune system to fight against the diseases. In targeted therapy, here this type of therapy targets specific genes or proteins that are involved in the growth of cancer cells. It is used to treat different types of cancer. Next one is photodynamic therapy. Photodynamic therapy is a light activated drug to kill cancer cells. It is usually done in two or more sessions. In first section, light activated drug applied to skin and then exposed to a specific light that kills cancer cells. And next one is hyperthermia. Hyperthermia is a treatment that use heat to damage and kill cancer cells. Thank you, sir.
कॉमन साइड इफेक्ट बिल्कुल इंटेंस मरीज के लिए क्या है?
Sir, hair loss. Sir, weakness inside the body. Thank you, sir.
funny है ये वाला ये आपका है
Okay, namaste everyone. Good evening, sir. So myself Sakshi, I'm from AISM department, Amity University. So my topic is unlocking the inner harmony, exploring the impact of mantra chanting, a narrative review.
Sir, there is nothing.
Okay. So for that, we'll understand that what exactly first the mantra chanting is. It is nothing but it is a sacred syllable which is in the poetic format, which hits exactly the emotions and the spiritual evolution among the individual. So it is the practices, these are root practices which are given in the spiritual traditions and also creates the inner harmony and balance. Also, previous studies as I have gone through, they said that these mantra chanting have more effective than that of the chanting of the or reading poem. Further, the methodology for this review paper I have used is I've gone through the these advanced databases like PubMed and the Google Scholar, and for that I use the keywords as mantra and its effects. Inclusion criteria, I have taken the papers which involves mantra chanting along with physiological, psychological, and the spiritual changes. And exclusion criteria, whatever the papers, review articles, and full text is not available. So next, the two main objectives I am seeing in this are to examine the therapeutic benefits of mantra chanting and potential application of it. In therapeutic benefits, we can involve psychological, physiological, and spiritual changes, and in potential benefits, we can see the healing and the spiritual evolution among them. So further, what are my results in discussions? So in therapeutic benefits, few of them are there here. I have mentioned mainly we used to see in all the papers the mantra chanting have this their effect on stress, depression, anxiety. So there is a statistically significant results for the stress, depression, and anxiety for decrease in stress, depression, anxiety after practicing mantra chanting, and enhance spiritual connectedness with the divine soul or the divine power. The one can feel that along with the emotional regulation, which means the to maintain balanced emotion in all the stages of the life. When we get the stimulus from the environment, that is the stresses of our life, to maintain the balanced state of your mind or equanimity in all the situations is exactly the emotion regulation by mantra chanting. The additional findings for after these are the main findings, and additional findings there is a improve in cultivating the mindfulness and also the awareness. The person is more aware about what in present she is doing after chanting these in, because their mind is in such a state. Facilitating the personal transformation, one can feel that what exactly the inner self they have, the transformation within them, what changes are happening in them. That is the eternal self something. And final conclusion that we can say, as my topic is unlocking the inner harmony. So yes, mantra chanting promotes the inner harmony and holistic health as it works on all the aspect of the life: physical, physiological, psychological, spiritual. So overall well-being or holistic well-being of individual and transformation impact of life. One can see the transformation or changes in himself, and scientific studies, all the reviews and papers which are reading and observational studies both together are colliding with each other and with the conclusion that yes, mantra chanting affects on their activities. Okay, finally, these are the implications that one can go for the happiness and the healing of the body and holistic health, along with the transformative power of the mantra. So these are my few references, and thank you.
So mantra chanting can be replaced, can it be viewed as the replacement for the conventional mode of treatment we have for the anxiety and all?
Sir, like medicinal?
Yes.
Yes, sir, because mantra chanting, what happens when we are doing mantra? While practicing mantra, there are the vibrations or there are the resonance created within our body. When these mantras, when the resonance or these frequencies of resonance, resonating frequency of within us is matching with the environmental frequency. This exactly is the which called by the mantra. So maintaining these balance will lead to the equanimity or the balance of the life.
So what's your name? Your name?
Sir Sakshi.
Okay.
क्या नाम है? निहल. Any?
Okay. Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Nehal Garg. I'm pursuing BSc Honors Yoga from AISM, that is Amity department only. So my topic for presentation is irritable bowel syndrome, yoga as a remedial therapy, or narrative review. Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, is basically a gastrointestinal disorder which is characterized by abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, constipation. IBS is basically of three types: IBS-D, IBS-C, and IBS mixed. Mixed contains of both constipated and diarrhea. IBS-C is constipated and IBS-D is diarrhea. The previous studies on the IBS showed that the doing yoga helps in the reduction of symptoms with the regular yoga practices and doing some pranayams, quality of life improvement.
Yeah, please come to the result, please.
Okay. So yoga being a beneficial therapy for managing IBS symptoms and improving quality of life. Further research and integration of yoga and its clinical practices for management of IBS. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Urvashi Kishore and I'm just gonna share my screen here. Just give me a minute. Is my screen visible? Hello?
No,
Is my screen visible?
no. Now it's visible.
Okay. Hello, my name is Urvashi Kishore and I am a student of Master's Department of Yoga Science in Amity University. And my topic today is role of yoga on immune markers. Yoga is a century-old practice encompassing physical asanas, breath work, meditation, dhyan it has given attention for its potential impact on health and well-being. This systematic review explores the effects of yoga on immune system markers, aiming to elucidate its immunomodulatory mechanism. So before I go further, I would like to say that I made this PPT on the basis of my recent research work that I did 3 months ago on 25 plus people in Noida, and also I took help from other journals and articles. A synthesis of randomized control trials, observational studies, and systematic reviews examining the relationship between yoga practices and immune system markers was performed. And a thorough search of electronical databases like PubMed, Scopus, Web of Science, and monitored protocols of volunteered was conducted up to January 2023 to identify pertinent studies. So yoga practice has shown to decrease the oxidative stress markers and upregulate the expression of telomerase genes, which some of you might know that it is a gene that is responsible for cancer production in humans, as it's a very low level cell function. It starts from DNA and then it magnifies after few years or after few months. So telomerase reverse transcriptase and telomerase RNA suggested increased cellular viability and reduced cellular aging after yoga intervention.
Mindful meditation or dhyana for a single day is able to decrease the gene expression of histone deacetylase gene and pro-inflammatory genes in experienced meditator. This was also from a study, and it suggested cellular viability and cellular aging. Traditional yogic system that involve breathing exercises like pranayam, yoga asanas, chants and meditation have been known to reduce physical mental stress and enhance lung function and immunity. So before I go further, I would like to say this RIPK2 and COX2. This is part of the immune system that is completely dependent on innate immune system or adaptive immune system. They both are functions of immune system. So innate immune system is something that we all have since we are born. So yoga directly affects innate immune system in yoga practitioners. So once people start yoga intervention in their yogic journey, it leads to increased level of neutrophils, natural killer cells, and major cellular activity, which then gets altered and improves adaptive immune system as well. Now one may say, why should we indulge in yogic journey? Why can't we just do resistance training or other forms of exercises to get these immunomodulatory benefits? So the one must understand that the immune system is very responsive to exercises, with the extent and duration reflecting the degree of physiological stress imposed by the workload. Especially long duration aerobic exercises or strenuous exercises affects immune significantly. So moderate exercises induces many beneficial effects on human health. In particular, it reduces the risk of developing many chronic disorders, cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, metabolic syndromes, type 2 diabetes. Further, moderate exercises has an antioxidant effect and a positive influence on the innate immune system. On the other hand, intense exercise or athletic level of exercises can induce adverse effects on health, which enhances the risk of upper respiratory tract diseases or URTI. So, now I'd like to discuss how it affects. So, the study show a J-shaped curve in the graph with strenuous exercises and health. So people who didn't do any kind of physical activity or low level physical activity had higher risk of illnesses compared to people who did moderate activity or training load. So they had lower risk of illnesses. But then again, when it went to extreme level, like people who were doing high training loads or doing high strenuous exercises, the risk of illnesses increased in them as well. So the key was moderation here. So in other words, intensive exercises produces a decrease in immune system functionality, which makes the body more vulnerable to infectious agents. This period is known as an open window, where our body is susceptible to any kind of pathogens that leads to infection or diseases. So now one must ask, so where do we draw a line between right amount of exercise and strenuous level of physical activity? So here we can bring yogic kriyas like pranayam, asan, dhyan, shatkarma, which naturally incorporates slow-paced exercises, medium-paced breathing. Yeah.
Hi. All the judges are times are up, and all the judges are requesting further concluding your PPT now.
Sure,
Can you,
sure.
can you give a clear concluding statement? That's all, please.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So my conclusion here is that beyond this, yoga practice may exert further beneficial effects by enhancing cell-mediated and mucosal immunity. It is hypothesized that longer time spans of yoga practice are required to achieve such consistent effects. And these results suggest that yoga practice may improve quality of life by reducing inflammatory cytokines and normalizing various transcript level. So my suggestion here is to do yoga practice as an everyday lifestyle habit rather than using it as a cure, which is the best thing to do to prevent yourself from any kind of chronic or acute disorders. And here are my references. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vashi. Thank you.